15% of all aerospace engineers. That means that women represent a tremendous opportunity, an untapped resource for a sector vital to our economy and to our national security. Bringing women to the table is not only the right thing to do, it is the smart and necessary thing to do in order to keep America competitive in a 21st century economy. Women provide new and essential perspective in the workplace, driving innovation and strengthening our ability to address new challenges. And with an aging workforce, we must do everything in our power to broaden and deepen the pool of skilled workers and provide all Americans with the skills they need to compete in a global economy. Aerospace companies in Northwest and Central Connecticut, like Ensign Bickford, Praxair, and United Technologies Corporation, have shared with me for years their concerns about this aging workforce. That's because they're looking down the line, and they know that if they don't diversify their workforce soon, shortages of skilled workers could force these companies to relocate or even leave the United States. Our bill, the Women in Aerospace Education Act, addresses the need to expand and diversify the STEM workforce in two ways. First, our bill supports hands-on for teachers. The Women in Aerospace Education Act does this by encouraging universities applying for NOIS grants to incorporate aerospace working and learning experiences at the national laboratories and NASA centers into their fellowship programs. Second, our bill specifically targets diversifying the aerospace workforce by allowing the National Science Foundation to prioritize women and other underrepresented groups working in aerospace engineering when awarding the Robert Noyce Teacher Scholarship Grants. Noyce Teacher Grants play a vital role in placing STEM teachers in rural or lower-income school districts, which all too often do not have access to the resources to give students robust hands-on science. Our bill will help ensure that more female STEM teachers will enter classrooms with firsthand knowledge of how aerospace technologies are strengthening America's future. This is important. This is important because it's a fact that girls who have women science teachers are more likely to consider a career in the sciences. And teachers who are exposed to hands-on real-life science are better able to kindle that interest in science among their students. Let me give you an example of what a difference these efforts will make. Kelly Johnson is a member of my STEM advisory board. She's the founder and president of Doors to Explore Incorporated, a startup in my district that provides an online resource for young people to explore STEM careers. Growing up, Kelly had no idea what aerospace engineering was. That is until a local company donated a Wang computer to her high school, which allowed her to take her first computer science classes. Kelly went on to work at NASA, where she designed electronics for 2 satellites. Her time at NASA was instrumental in developing her critical thinking skills and provided her with an even stronger foundation in STEM that she's used in every job since. Kelly's early exposure to computer science and her work at NASA launched her into a successful career in STEM, and she is now sharing that with a new generation of students. I'm committed to making Kelly's experience available to young women and men all across this country who would thrive from mentorship from female science teachers or work experience at NASA or the national labs. Thank you again, Congressman Knight, for your leadership on this bill and on this important issue. I urge my colleagues to support the Women in Aerospace Education Act. Thank you, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentlewoman from Connecticut yields back the balance of her time. The gentlewoman from Texas reserves. The gentleman from California is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I reserve the balance.
The gentleman from California reserves.